Good evening, welcome to the Champion Stadium channel. I hope you like the channel, subscribe and share the video. Enter Miami transfer news, rumors, Lionel Messi officially announced as designated player. Jordi Alba close Inter Miami could be on the path to redefining what it means to be an MLS team in the transfer market. After Lionel Messi has officially joined the team, the Herons expect to make at least 5 additional signings after also appointing Tata Martino as their new coach following the departure of Phil Neville. Currently at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, Inter Miami are only 8 points off of a playoff spot, but the infusion of Messi and friends into the roster would mean that there is room to improve quickly as long as the team isn't too far below the red line when Messi makes his debut on July 21. Adding the best player in the world makes it easy for more players to want to join Miami, but they'll also need to shed contracts as MLS roster rules won't be changed to allow them to have more designated players or lift the cap to afford other players not named Messi. But what are some of the moves that the club could make? Jordi Alba is set to sign for Miami. Alba was linked to a deal to Saudi Arabia, but Jorge Mas confirmed that he will instead be joining the Herons as they flesh out the roster. Expected to join on a TAM deal, Alba won't take up a designated player spot with the club and begins to show the kind of pull that Messi can bring in the recruitment area. From being on a top salary with Barcelona to now making around $1 million per season, if other players begin to follow Alba's lead to join Messi, that's where Miami can really build a competitive roster. Within MLS salary structure, they can't throw money at everyone who they'd like to, so getting creative and finding bargains will be key. Maybe there is a chance for Suarez. After all things have seemed possible for the Herons after unveiling Messi and honing in on young signings as well. Gremio seemed to be holding firm on only allowing Suarez to leave if his release clause was paid, but negotiations have continued between Miami and the Brazilian club. Suarez has been integral in their rise up the table, but the appeal in joining Messi and Busquets is there. Miami are growing in confidence that they can add Suarez, according to reports, as their summer kicks into high gear. Martino is also increasing the depth of the roster by adding Diego Gomez from Libertad. A strong midfielder, Gomez will be able to help provide more range to the team so that Busquets doesn't get run into the ground during the season. Alongside Gomez, the Herons have also reached a verbal agreement to add Facundo Farias from Cologne. An attacking midfielder, Farias will get the great role of growing under Messi. Additions like these show the vision of Martino having clear number 2 options to help grow the team moving forward. Lionel Messi puts pen to paper. While Messi signing his contract felt like a formality after he verbally agreed to join the club, Saturday he was officially announced by the club ahead of being unveiled on Sunday, July 15th. It was a tricky process to get Messi's contract finalized, but Pizarro's departure helped clear space for Messi to join the roster. Things are getting underway for adding more reinforcements around Messi, but those will be easier now that the Argentine superstar is secured. Rodolfo Pizarro departs. Questions loomed about how space would be made for the designated players that Miami are adding, and one who was sure to be moved is attacking midfielder Pizarro. Never quite fitting into the team during his time in Florida, the club was able to come to a mutual termination of his contract. By doing that, it allows Miami the flexibility to add Messi to the roster, while Pizarro will also go to a better situation personally. Pizarro will now head to AEK Athens in Greece to reunite with his former coach Matias Almeida, who coached Pizarro at Chivas Guadalajara. Manchester United transfer news, rumors, Marcus Rashford extends deal until 2028. Andre Onana on his way. It was a strong season for Manchester United, during which Erik ten Hag guided the storied side back to Champions League play with a third-place finish. However, now that they're in Champions League, it's important to improve their depth. They won't be able to rotate as much in Champions League matches, and Marcus Rashford can't play as many minutes as he has been. With Lisandro Martinez recovering from a season-ending injury and plenty of players to offload this summer, it has the makings to be a busy time for the Red Devils. This is a team that expects to compete for Premier League titles, and as currently constructed, that's not possible with Manchester City leaps and bounds ahead of the squad. With Arsenal's improvement and Newcastle United's revitalization, just staying in the top four would be a successful season for Manchester United, but with the right additions, they can bridge the gap in the league. Rashford signs new deal. Marcus Rashford has officially extended his contract with Manchester United until the summer 2028, the English club announced. Rashford celebrated the new deal in a statement. "I joined Manchester United as a 7-year-old boy with a dream. That same passion, pride, and determination to succeed still drives me every time I have the honor of wearing the shirt. I've already had some amazing experiences at this incredible club, but there is still a lot more to achieve, and I remain relentlessly determined to win more trophies in the years ahead. As a United fan all my life, I know the responsibility that comes with representing this badge and feel the highs and lows as much as anyone. I can assure you that I will give everything to help the team reach the level we are capable of, and I can feel the same determination around the dressing room. I couldn't be more excited for the future under this manager." Onana to undergo medical. Manchester United and Inter have agreed a deal for the transfer of Andre Onana. The goalkeeper is now ready to start his new adventure in England and flew to Manchester on Tuesday before completing his move to Manchester United. Manchester United have agreed a deal with Inter for the signing of Andre Onana for €50 million plus €5 million of add-ons, per Sky Italy. The goalkeeper is expected to undergo the medicals in the next hours before taking part in the U.S. tour with his new club. Spanish midfielder Romeu returns to Barcelona on 3-year deal. Barcelona has re-signed former academy player Oriol Romeu from Girona, with the midfielder signing a 3-year deal, the La Liga champions said on Wednesday. Romeu came through Barca's youth academy and made his senior team debut in 2010 before moving to Chelsea a year later. The 31-year-old also had loan spells at Valencia and Stuttgart before spending 7 years at Southampton. He spent a year at Girona, where he was a crucial figure, clocking up more than 3,000 minutes to guide them to 10th before making his return to Barca, with 20-year-old midfielder Pablo Torre moving the other way on loan. Romeu has great experience and knows the club from his previous spell as a Blaugrana, and the style of play Xavi Hernandez wants to impress on his team, Barca said in a statement. The midfielder has shown what he can do in La Liga and will look to perform right from the off. The club have inserted a buyout clause of €400 million, $449.12 million, in his contract. Romeu is Barca's 4th signing in the close season after Ilkay Gundogan and Íñigo Martinez, while Vitor Roque will join the club next year. Our news ended today. See you well. Goodbye.